Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 21 of the Tranmere Rovers Road to Glory. We have a lot of massive games on ahead of us today. We have two meetings with Arsenal, we got Liverpool, we got Man United, we got Napoli, we got Bayern in the Champions League. It's a full episode today. We got quite a stack of games ahead. We weren't able to get December done in the last episode. Just the Champions League games do kind of fill things up significantly, so we had to jump around a little bit. So we had to finish up December, and then we were able to get through January, I think. So we'll get through January, get through the transfer window, and kind of have our future set for the rest of the season, and then hopefully we can do 2 months at a time after that. But as of right now, we are sitting with the Arsenal games from December, Liverpool and Newcastle. So got a little backtrack in the work, catch up, and then I think it'll be kind of golden where we can set the last two episodes are kind of set up for, are just set up to be 2 months each, and hopefully we hopefully have some finals to talk about and have fun and message about. So it'll be interesting to see what we can do with that. So without further ado, since we don't really have anything else to talk about in the beginning here, let's get on going with the first game against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup and see if we can get off to a good start before we have a few league games to go through. And Goica will score that. Unbelievable shot. If there's one thing that just happens against us with Arsenal is we just make little mistakes and it ends up costing us for out of nowhere, and Goica ends up getting a goal from that crazy angle on Verbruggen to go 1-0 up. How is Saliba knocking it like that, dude? Come on. Well, Arsenal are going to win 2-0. Very unfortunate. Just could not get one attack to get a goal, and we had a good couple chances, but just could not take advantage of them. And here we are, 2-0 down, getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup. And that will be it, 2-0 against Arsenal. Not the way we wanted to start, but Arsenal will go and move on to the Carabao Cup. The one trophy in England that we have not won yet will go untouched once again for another year, but it's okay. It frees up our schedule a little bit, lets us focus a little more on the Champions League coming up, which will allow us to regain some strength again. But without further ado, on to Liverpool we go. And Will Lancashire will get a shot off and a goal here at Anfield to start this game. A very nice start. Hopefully these lads can turn around our luck in the league and get a good set of points here at Anfield. Would be an amazing feat. And Pasquale will rank it in the 25th minute to make it 2-0. Two great attacks by our great front, and they make it 2-0 here at Anfield, and the crowd is not too happy with their star squad. Oh, and another great play by the lads, and that will make it 3-0 here at Anfield. a great turnaround from our own end, and it leads to a great goal as Liverpool had some openings in their backfield. Just some quick passes leads to another great goal. Gonna run it down the far side. Earthy's gonna go around the outside, and he is gonna make it 4-0 here at Anfield. And McAllister will get a goal to make it 4-1. 2 goals all year. He makes it at least a little bit less damning on the squad to at least get a goal and keep him from getting shut out at home. Oh, and they will make it 4-2 here late in the game. Still a very nice cushion for Tranmere Rovers at least. But another consolation goal for Liverpool here at home. And that will be it. That is a win for Tranmere Rovers at the Anfield. Very much needed. As you can see, everyone's happy to get off of that 4-game losing streak in the league. And it keeps us right in the fight with Chelsea, Arsenal, and still Liverpool. Liverpool will still be very close, so it just helps give us a little bit edge on them. Well, without further ado, on to Arsenal. No, not Arsenal. To Newcastle we go. And Newcastle will go down 1 goal to Tranmere Rovers, as Poku will put in the back of the net. It's been very back and forth at both ends, but we're finally able to get a good play through after the offsides trap was played by Newcastle, but Poku was still on sides, and he puts it in the net. And Waite will not get the save there, and Newcastle will tie it up here 1-1 very quickly after that goal. Pasquale will put in the back of the net after some fantastic passes from the squad, and they will make it 2-1 here. Pasquale got 17 goals in 18 games this season, keeping that tally going and trying to keep the golden boot in his grasps. And they will score. Waite had that covered, and he still couldn't get his hands on it. And they will make it 2-2 here late in the game. We just could not get the ball out of our own zone, and it leads to a horrendous header into the goal. And Waite, knowing that it's going to be in that top corner, and he still misses. And they will make it 3-2 here, rapid fire. Newcastle takes the lead here very late. We make a horrible pass right off the beginning of the play, right at the beginning. And they take it down and they pass it all over and get the 3-2 lead here very late in the game. And they will make it 4-2 here late in the game. Our defense just fell apart horrendously here late in the game. And that will do it What we thought was going to be maybe the turnaround after the Liverpool match turns out to be the complete opposite, and we get what we thought was going to be maybe at least a point turns into no points at all. It will be a 4-2 loss at home. Going into the game against Arsenal before we hit January's transfer window to this save. Like, we just cannot break in front of them. And Saka will start off in the 8th minute getting a goal for Arsenal. And Pasquale will jump right back in nearly 10 minutes later to score and make it a 1-1 game here at the Emirates. Oh, and they're going to get the breakaway, and they will score. Odegaard with the goal to make it 2-1 here in the first half. And they will... Oh, offsides, though. Offsides, but it will not matter. Arsenal will get the 2-1 win at home against Tranmere Rovers. That will be 2 losses in a row in the league. We just cannot get any points in the league right now, and we are trembling down the table because of it. On to Manchester United in their next league game, right near the beginning of the new transfer window in January. Oh, I thought Lancashire got it. Oh, it did go in. Will Lancashire will get the goal on his second try with the header. Oh no, and Manchester United will have a breakaway, and Sesko will get the goal to make it 1-1. Oh, and it will be 2-1. Our defense is getting pulled apart. 2 breakaways back to back to make it 2-1 for Manchester United. Oh, Fofana. Twice. And it will end in a devastating 2-1 loss to Manchester United. That will be 3 losses in the league in a row. We are in a really weird period right now in the league where we just cannot seem to get on top. We had the chance. We had a chance to tie it up at least and get a point, but 2 really poor goals to let happen. 2 breakaways. And we have to go into the Brighton game searching for answers. And Pasquale will score to make it 1-0 here in the 61st minute. It's what the away side needed here. And it will end 1-0 for Tranmere Rovers. A good win away to Brighton. That is exactly what we needed. We break our 3-game loss and we get a win to try to keep the dream alive. Just what we needed. But now we have the infamous FA Cup draw against Swindon to start that journey now. Pasquale around the outside, and he will score to make it 1-0 here against Swindon. Just the start we needed. We can get it up to our front 2 there. I think we're in a pretty good spot. We won't have to worry too much about anything with this squad. Oh. And Gonzalez will score to make it 1-1. Here, we probably could have gotten that out of our own zone, but they made a good little attack, and they make it 1-1 here in the first half. And Pasquale will make it 2-1 here. Rapid fire after letting one in. Makes it 2-1 in a very nice old fashion. We will take it. And Will Lancashire will make it 3-1. Now the lads are getting comfortable. And they are just keeping it pounding away now. No. And just like that, 4-1. Not a problem for this team today, thankfully. We need a little bit of an easier game after what's happened so far. Oh, and Austin's gonna let one in. Should have had that with his hand, but they'll make it 4-2 early in the second half. And Pasquale will make it 5-2. I believe that is a hat trick for the lad. No, that's 4 goals in this game. He already got the hat trick. I've lost count so quickly. First game and he's already got 4 goals. Taking the lead in the Golden Boot for the FA Cup. Little Bones walk or something with, or go over and see Bones and be outside. 74 tomorrow. That's wild. And with that, they're going to score a wild goal from almost outside the box. 5-3. A lot of goals happening, that's for sure. Just a nice little finesse shot, and Austin was never going to get there. I had one of those years ago where the guy was 6'9" and had a pace. Ooh, Joyce gets a goal. 6-3. We'll take that. That's a nice little end. Had one of those years ago where the guy was 6'9" and had the pace. It was 2-footed 5 stars. And there we have it. We will end it 6-3 win in the FA Cup. Gives some of our younger players a nice little time to get some playing time when they usually won't in the league, especially recently with the tough teams we've been playing. But it's been a good showing. Got a good showing. 4 goals for Pasquale, a goal for Joyce, and a goal for Lancashire. We'll take it going into West Ham. And West Ham is going to get off to a hot start here. 9th minute. And they are going to get a goal. A rocketed goal to the top right corner. And Waite will let in another goal. 2-0 here for West Ham at home. Waite cannot keep the ball out of the net. We give him another chance, and he just cannot even get one save yet. Come on, Will Lancashire. Pasquale all by himself, and he will make it 2-1. That is what we needed to get going before the second half, to see if we could actually get something in the back of the net. 2-1 here at home. Fofana gonna run in here, and he will get the counterattack goal to make it 2-2 here early in the second half. That is what we needed right off the rip. Fantastic goal by Fofana. A great breakout by the team. And they will make it 2-2 here early in the second half. And Waite will not get a single hand on a single shot yet, as Hoyland throws it in the top corner and makes it 3-2 here rapidly after the tying goal. Waite just cannot get in position once yet today. And that is going to be a 3-2 loss to West Ham. It is the unthinkable stretch. We just can't seem to keep the ball out of the net when we need to. We thought we were going to have a decent game against one of the teams we've usually had a better control against, but unfortunately, it is not going to end that way. It will be ending in another league loss. 3-2 to West Ham. Ooh, Lang is at Napoli now in this save. And just like that, Napoli is going to get off to a flying start against us. 5 minutes in and they get a goal. That is 1-0. Straight to Napoli, like it was nothing. And just like that, we'll score back. Make it 1-1. Just what we needed from our star player to bounce back. Come on, we need an opening. Earthy, there we go. George Earthy with a goal. 2-1. That is what we needed. Take the lead here early against Napoli. And Fofana comes off the bench and will make it 3-1 here against Napoli. Just what we needed to do. Get a 2-goal cushion here late. Pasquale will make it 4-1. Now Napoli is just getting desperate, trying to be attacking and a little too much on the attacking side, and we are just pulling their defense apart now. Another good win in the Champions League. $52 already outside. After tomorrow, there's not going to be any snow on the golf course. And it's going to be sad to look outside and see no snow. It's going to be so sad to look outside, no snow. And that will be a hat trick for Pasquale here against Napoli, 5-1. Well, it is going to be a very nice win here away here at Napoli. We will take that 5-1 win. I wish we could put that into the league, but we can't right now. I mean, we are just struggling to get the wins in the league. But hopefully something changes against Aston Villa. But a good showing here against Napoli, and hopefully we can bring it into the Premier League for once. Will Lancashire will get in. Pasquale's the player to watch, but Will Lancashire will get a goal in there. He's got 13 on the season. Him and Pasquale are doing very, very well on the goal scoring side, being the duo up front. Pasquale will make it 2-0 against Aston Villa. Very much needed. 21 goals in 23 appearances for the lad. Oh, Will Lancashire goalkeeper goes the complete opposite direction for no reason. Will Lancashire will get his second on the day to make it 3-0 here in the first half. Verbruggen just putting on a clinic right now. And Aurora will get a goal there. That was a pretty nasty header. And even our player in the goal couldn't even keep the ball out. But it's all right. 3-1 early in the second. Oh, Manoa's going to take this in himself. And Du Young across the box will get the goal to make it 4-1. That is his first goal of the year in the Premier League. Hey, that will make it 5-1. Pasquale with his second of the day. A double for Lancashire and Pasquale to make it 5-1. Oh, what a dribble by Havertz. And he will score a consolation goal to make it 5-2. And Collier will get a goal to make it 6-2. His 6th goal of the year. He's kind of been on the slower side for goals this year. Been a little bit more on the setting up side of things this year, but he does get a goal there. His first one in a while. Good to see once again from him. And Havertz will get his second of the game to make it 6-3. Another consolation goal, but it's good for him. 2 on the day. Verbruggen catches it, and that will be a 6-3 victory against Aston Villa away. Another 3 points on the docket for us. We needed it to keep our chances alive in the top 4. I think the title is kind of slipping away from us the way we performed today, not getting any points out of some of those losses, but we move on, we keep it going, and we'll progress onto our match against Bayern to finish up the Champions League draws. And Bayern will get off to the start with Isak getting the goal. Not the way we wanted to start at home. We had a chance earlier in the game, but we will be down 1 goal here early. And we don't kick it away, and Ta will get the goal to make it 2-0 here. I don't know what just happened, but another goal for Bayern to take a 2-goal lead here. And Lancashire will make it 1-2. Tranmere Rovers behind 1 now. Just what we needed. We needed something to go our way, and we get a good shot off from Lancashire to make it 1 goal back. Pasquale will make it 2-2 here in the 74th minute. There's our top goal scorer. Finally getting one in the back of the net here at home. Makes it 2-2 to keep the win of possibility for the squad. Pasquale's in. And he will hit the post, but Fofana will put it in. and make it a 3-2 win against Bayern. And that will secure the top spot in the league phase for the Champions League. What a way to end the league phase at home for the Champions League. Pascual almost got it, but it will go to Fofana and he will tap in the rebound. That is how you end it. We will take the first spot, and with that we will get a bye. So next month we won't have to deal with any games, hopefully, for a little bit, and we can go and get a little rest and try to do something in the Premier League. That is what we needed. A great finish to the league phase. Down 2, come back and score 3 unanswered. Just what we needed. And after all that, we will go to the recap to see how things went in the end. But what a way to finish it off today. Alrighty, everyone. Here's the recap of today's up and down episode. Once again, not the way we really wanted this to go. We had a tough episode last time with 4 league losses in a row. I was hoping to change that, and we thought we were going to change that after a great win against Liverpool at Anfield. But unfortunately, that did not become the case, as we would go to lose 3 league games in a row. We would end up losing 4 league games again this episode against... Honestly, I would say the Arsenal one, kind of not surprised by that one. The Man United one kind of sucked when we took the lead, and then they got 2 goals back to back very rapidly, so that did not help. And then the West Ham game really stung, because we have been able to dominate against that team pretty much since our time getting into the EFL Championship, and we just absolutely got handled again at the end. So not a great showing by any means, and but I mean, then a good showing in the FA Cup, 1-6-3 against Swindon with a bunch of our reserves and backups playing. So that was a good selection there for us. And then Champions League was Champions League. We won against Napoli and Bayern in the Champions League, which was that was huge to finish off the league phase, where we will be first in the end for the league in the Champions League. So we will have the number 1 seed when the bracket gets all made out after the first round of playoffs. And then Premier League, we're 6th, so we got some work to do to try to move our way back up. And then round 4 of the FA Cup. So I mean, we got some work to do. It's a little sad that we started the season so well the way we did to then do what we did. So it is what it is, but we'll get past it and figure out what we need to do next. To talk on a little bit of the transfer side before we finish, we did go and we were able to sell Waite. We sold Waite after his performance against West Ham. It was one of those performances where we gave him, I want to say roughly, I think he played 3 games this episode. I think he subbed in during the Newcastle game. I think he played the Newcastle and the West Ham game. Both times just was not saving anything. Like, couldn't even get a finger on anything to save it. And it just felt like anytime they had a chance to shoot, and if it got past our defenders, it was going to get scored on. And that was my last straw, because the last 2 episodes have really been dealing with that with Waite. Even earlier in the season, he just was not keeping the ball out of the net when it was kind of like you should be right now. And it was kind of the last straw for me, It was just like, I think we could do better. I'm like, we have 2 basically starter goalkeepers, and Verbruggen's getting the job done a lot more than what Waite is, even when we put Waite up against the lesser teams in the league or in the cup. So We did back away from Waite, and Waite has moved to Brighton, so we will be moving on from him. That's really tough. I mean, that is 5.5 seasons worth of him being in our team since the very beginning. It's really tough to see that go, but I mean, it just like, I'm not even going to play him, and he's one of the top players. I mean, he won the league with us last year, and it's just like this year we had a lot better chance of doing it with Verbruggen, and the games we were subbing Wade in. It was just like we were getting draws and losses simply because he couldn't keep the ball out of the net when Verbruggen was in the most crucial moments to help us take leads. So we moved on, and he's now at Brighton to finish the season, and we'll be finishing the season with Verbruggen and Austin, and so they will be our 2 goalkeepers. And then yeah, and then we did try to get Nathan DeCat, someone in chat, the Yoshio. They were trying to, they said to look up this player, and I was like, absolutely. You know, right now in the real world he's 17, in the game he's 22 now after 6 years. And so we were trying to pursue him. We got the transfer done. Contract side, I guess he was going for 30K right now. He was 30K, and it was like, okay, you know, like, great, 30K, whatever. His wage was 30K. I went right with the 30K and gave him a pretty nice like, I did the bonuses and everything, and then he was insulted. He was like, no, I don't like this. This is insulting. And didn't try to like be like, oh, this is how much I want to make. So we fell through on that deal, but we will try again when we can, and he will probably be a player with us next year. So hopefully we sign him during the window coming up, and then we can bring him in and be all set to go on that. So without further ado, thanks everyone for watching. If you made this far, go give it a like, give this channel a follow on Twitch, and a subscription on YouTube. This is really cool. This has been a really fun series, really fun series. I've been enjoying every minute of it, even though the last 2 episodes have been kind of rough. It's just been tough with the losses we've been dealing with. Usually it's like, oh, we lose one, win a couple, lose, win a couple. We've just been going on stretches right now of losses. So hopefully we can keep that away from the Champions League and maybe go on a run in that. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. The Napoli and Bayern game showed that these better teams are going to be tough if we fall behind. So we are going to try to do our best to keep it going. I'm hoping, again, still to get through 7 seasons of this, but we'll see how season 6 ends. It might just end with season 6. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, give it a follow. We got a lot of good stuff coming. So a lot of good stuff coming up. So I'm super excited. So thank you everyone for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good weekend. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.